If anybody's awake. Good morning. It's 10 o'clock in the evening here. I'm outside, so I thought I'd say hi. What's up, Sean? I have absolutely no topic. I just thought to see if this would work tonight. What's up, Las Vegas? Pet Star, my hometown. Good evening. Hey, George. Right, Melon. That's a good name. See if we're going to be able to stay on top of this. Greetings from Pecan. We ought to have coffee. New Jersey, what's up, Aviv? Asbury Park. You and Bruce Springsteen. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock in the evening here. Baby May's asleep. I just did an interview with my neighbor for his YouTube channel. So I thought I'd say hi to everybody. I've got some really cool people coming up, by the way. Hey, Mark. See if I can stay on top of this. 7 a.m., 102 degrees. Ooh. I like my new place. I owe you guys a tour. I've been too lazy to do it. What's happening in Florida? Hey, Jim. Washington State, coming at me. When can we visit Dumaguete again? I don't know. A guy told me in Australia today that Qantas will not fly here until March, but that's Qantas. Jenny, what are you doing? How's your new scooter? How's your new camera? Where's my new scooter? Yeah, coffee. We got to do coffee. I got through like Tuesday. I got stuff going on, but after that, man, just hit me up. Let's do it. Hello, Diane. Yeah, that's what I just did. A follow-up interview with, and I was just next door, and we were outside, and the lighting looked good. Looks better than this does, but I thought I'd give it a try. Thought I'd come outside, maybe sleeping, and just thought I'd say hi to everybody. What's up, K9? Doing, buddy? How to message some of your guests might send a couple of the students a few bucks for school expenses. Yeah, that got weird. I would prefer that you talk to them directly and then like pay them directly if you want to help them out with their expenses. I've been handling it through my PayPal, but I don't mind doing it. I love doing it. It was great. I gave each kid like 30 grand in pesos. So there was a lot of money raised off those videos, and I didn't even do the videos to raise money, like a side effect or something. I got a weird thing about giving out information though, especially about kids. So let me think about that. If I can come up with some sort of solution, I will, George. Appreciate you. Okay, we got some emojis. I don't know anything about Cebu. They've got all these goofy changes that are coming through. I know about Dumaguete. I know that we're on MGCQ, which is supposedly easier. May and I went out today. Nobody was even checking anything. Yeah, I hope you come out here, Jenny. Come hang out with us. We'll do some vlogging. We can interview each other. Come to the light. Silly lady. The chicken is never far. Good morning, buddy. How are you, man? Let's see. Are we missing anybody? Yeah, me and Buddy are friends in Dubai. I was just talking to my neighbor about the Middle East, how everybody loves it over there, and yet they still come here. Hey, man, thanks a lot. Appreciate that. Looking good. Well, that's because it's dark. The more it hides me, the better I am. Hey, greetings to you from Sweden. We were just talking about Sweden too. In my interview next door with my friend on his channel, Every Man Has a Story. Um, my intake on people from Sweden and Norway and all that kind of come over here for the sunshine. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. Because I used to know some guys, I used to live near some guys, they just sunbathe all day. Yeah, we could do that, Tim. I'm doing a split screen. What's today? Thursday? I'm doing a split screen with King Lee on Saturday at 10 a.m. our time. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. Everything I do is last minute and unplanned. So here I am. Yeah. May went to sleep. I just did an interview with my next door neighbor, Mark, for his channel. And I just thought I'd come out here and give this a try. Because I kind of like the lighting at night. It's brutal out here during the day. Well, thank you very much, William. Yeah, we try to keep it real. Hi, Jen. You know what, Gary? I went out looking for guess what today? Couldn't find any. I really want one. That's between me and Gary. Who's my favorite Power Ranger? The gay one, silly. Of course. Crazy. How you doing, George? Oh, you are an ECQ. I heard things are really squirrely out there. And then I got something that some sort of plexiglass thing that's supposed to be dividing motorbike riders, and I called it as fake news. So maybe you can clarify that for me. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what anybody would be thinking. I think it was fake news, but anyway. Hey, thank you for that, Jeffrey. We appreciate you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A level of risk to the MGCQ is low risk like that. Yeah, I like it out here. It's it's we had two checkpoints and everybody was just ignoring us. So that'll work. You can't hear my chicken breathing? Jenny, you need to come out here and pet my chicken. That's all there is to it. The chicken misses you. Is Indimageti a New Covenant teaching church? I don't know. Isn't it way past my bedtime? Yeah, but I'm all jacked up on coffee. They opened up Tom Tom's. So May and I were out buzzing around today. I actually slept in really late. I woke up at my usual 3 o'clock and I turned on the TV and at around 6 o'clock I passed out, which is very unusual for me. And I slept all the way till 11. So here I am all hopped up. And they opened up Tom Tom's Coffee. We were just buzzing by. May went out. May and I both went out. We went to deliver some cake to her sister. May picked up a cake for me. It's my 1 year anniversary for being on YouTube. July 15th, I think, was the debut of the old dog channel. So Baby May got wind of that, and she went out and got a cake for me and did the usual Baby May stuff. And so, yeah, so today we tried to get a key made, but of course that didn't work. And then we tried to look for an oven, that didn't work. And then we went and dropped off some cake to her sister, that did work. And we were going to go to Bo's Coffee on the Boulevard. And then Tom Tom's, which is right next to it, has been takeout only. But then tonight we saw they were open. So we were like, yay. And we went inside. And then a new cat that I met, a guy named David, was next door at Bo's. And he saw me because I said something on Facebook, like I checked in or whatever. So he came over and joined us. And he's going to be on the channel. And that is one interesting guy. You guys are going to want to watch that video. I'm going to do like 3 parts with it. Cebu is in different phases. It depends on where the cases are high. So down here in Mobile and South Province of Cebu, Cebu is ECQ. Okay, well, at least they're giving some consideration to those that are not having the high rate of cases. I don't think Dumaguete has had a case. I think one guy died and they found out later he wasn't even positive. And then there was 5 fishermen that came in that they quarantined. And that's the last I've heard of it. So I think Dumaguete is COVID free. Good morning from St. Louis, Missouri. Well, good morning to you, buddy. It's kind of different being here at night. I kind of like it. Well, there you go. Ian's got a favorite Power Ranger. He's been researching that. Ian's been dying to answer that question. Everything's over there in Australia now. Ian, I heard that Qantas announced that they're not going to fly out here until March. Can you verify that? Oops. I hit it twice. It was so nice I hit you twice. Hello, Paul. Good evening. Watching from Brussels, Belgium. Well, hi, Archie. Thanks for coming on, buddy. Why are you? Yeah, mate. You're exactly right. I'm outside. I got overhead light. I'm sitting outside on my patio, and May is indeed asleep. Party animal that she is. There's not everybody loves it, buddy. Lots of people leaving. I'm just a masochist. Well, there are a lot of people that are bailing out of here and saying they're never coming back. Philippines is not for everyone. You see, you're busy playing with your scooter and roaming around my place and blog. Can't wait to see you there again next time. Yeah, you're doing really good. I'm really proud of you. You got yourself a new scooter. You got a new camera. You got something else, didn't you? Oh, you got your bikinis. And what else did you get? Aren't you looking for some land or something? I just wish I had your money, Jenny. That's all I wish. Let's see. Your opinion on the new police to go house to house, rely on neighbor reporting PH going too far, in my opinion. That's the first I've heard of that. That might be happening in Cebu or Manila, but it's not happening out here. Not in Little Duma. Let's see, where are we at? Let's see. There we go. Well, when are you coming, Jenny? When are you coming to see your old dog, huh? We miss you out here. Are you into cryptocurrency? No. Only 13 likes. What's wrong with these people? Now, you know, it's early in the morning. They're grumpy. Late here. How's the UK? What's going on in the UK these days? How's the COVID over there? Sir Ian, I love your kangaroo. The Power Ranger. Yeah. He has a kangaroo that talks back at you. It's just one debacle after another, Gary. We just roll with it. Never far. My attack chicken is never far. I lived in Vegas for 30 years. Yeah, the housing crisis is what was a big contributing factor to me coming here. Need to go back to my first video. That'll tell you. It's called Why I Moved to the Philippines. And it's a year old yesterday or something like that. It's always next week. Someday they'll actually be in stock. Yeah, I saw one today. It was like 4 times the price that it should have been. So I didn't even, I just kept walking. But what happened was appliances and self-serve stuff. Like I bought a freezer. Um, I wasn't the only guy with that idea. Everybody kind of learned to cook at home during the COVID thing. And they also learned to not hoard, but to store up some food. And so the convection ovens were really, really popular. And I don't blame them. I love the cake. You can't go wrong with cake. In fact, we have a woman here up in Valencia that has this little stall about this big. And you can go up there and get a cup of coffee for like 12 cents. And so we were up there. It turns out that she makes cakes. And I kid you not, she makes the best cake I've ever tasted. It's not really sweet. The icing is, but the cake isn't. And it's just delicious. And she's half the price of like Sans Rival or any of these other places that you go buy these commercial type of cakes. So I'm really happy. Got to start my diet next month though. Yeesh. Philly gets in depth about the stupid plexiglass walls in his video. Oh, Phil, what is that? Philly in the Philippines or something like that? Okay. So is it a reality? I mean, I thought it was fake news. Here's the thing. If they say, okay, you got to put plexiglass up between you and your rider, okay, that in and of itself is just ridiculous because you've got the plexiglass. And what's the wind effect going to be, on your scooter? Number one. And number two, who pays for the plexiglass? Where do you buy the plexiglass? How do you install it? And something else. So if I can't buy a convection oven, and I couldn't buy a mask when all this first hit, now they come out with this plan to put plexiglass on scooters between riders. So what's the purpose of the mask? I thought the mask was the answer to everything. If everybody's wearing a mask, it's supposedly supposed to stop the spread. What's this plexiglass thing? I don't know sometimes. I was going to move to Cebu. However, I might be having a change of mind. Been there before, but not your place. Yeah, Cebu and Duma are really different. So Dumaguete is kind of a sleepy little town. It's got one goofy nightclub, no real nightlife, and kind of limited as far as food options and all that kind of stuff. But if you're into kind of the experience I'm into, which is just hanging out with my girlfriend and doing day-to-day life, and we stay very busy. The channel keeps me really busy, so we're never bored. But if you like more variety in food, more variety in shopping, a lot more nightlife, then Cebu would be your place, I think. What's the name of the best gym in Dumaguete? I don't go to the gym, obviously. I went to a gym one time, and they gave me a personal trainer, and so I asked him because it was part of my gym membership. I joined a gym in Vegas, and I said, "What's your portion of this?" He said, "I get $50." And I told him, I said, "Well, don't think you have to earn all that today. I want like $8 worth." But Four C's, to answer your question, is probably the most popular gym out here. So Jenny has a blog, Miss B's Diary, and she's doing really good. She's buying more. She's, like I said, what's flying on me? I just want your money, Jenny. That's all. I just want your income. How you doing? Oh, you know what? I think I promoted your channel. I think you're the one that sent me all the links to shamelessly promote you, so I did. How are you? Welcome to my live stream. I love my new place. I owe you guys a tour, so I'll give you a little bit of a rundown. It's 2,000 pesos less than my last place. It's a lot more modern, a lot more amenities, and it's just a whole new vibe and a whole new view. And I can't speak highly enough of it. I love the owner. I love my neighbors. It's all good. And I was going to do it yesterday, but I just didn't because I actually need someone to follow me around with the camera. And May's not good at that because I point to something and then she just keeps pointing the camera at me instead of panning over to what I'm pointing at. So, you know, I pick my battles. So when I can find somebody to follow me around with a camera, I'll do that. There is no concession. That's correct. That's right. Time is just relative, babe. Well, hi, it's good to see you, Dave. I always said Utah would be the state I'd go back to if I went back to the States. Hello again. Something's biting me. Hold on. Yeah, so I was doing an interview with my friend next door and his camera fell down. I said, just let it keep rolling. It'll have a little flavor. Is Jollibee near us? Not really. Jollibee's downtown. Let's see, they got 1, 2 Jollibees here, 3 Jollibees. They got 3 Jollibees. One is in Robinson's Mall, and then they've got another one across the street from Robinson's Mall. And then there's one downtown across from the park, catty corner to McDonald's. See how that rolls. North Jersey, how you doing, Ryan? Happy anniversary. Sounds like you're having a great time. That's really all that counts. Yeah, we are having a good time. And what's cool is, yeah, flies. What's cool about retirement, I think, is that you don't have to show up. And one thing I don't like doing anymore is making appointments with people. So it's like I always just want to play it by ear now. Because some days I had planned to go with somebody somewhere a couple nights ago and I just canceled on. Because I just didn't feel like going. I just felt like staying home. And so that's probably the best part is just doing what you want to do when you want to do it. And the only thing that really kind of dictates to me here is the weather. Thanks, Per. I appreciate you, brother. I know what you're talking about. Baby May thanks you too. My IT guy. Aloha from London, England. All right. I enjoy watching your videos. Aloha. Well, aloha to you, Daniel. Thanks for your donation. We appreciate that. Helps keep us in coffee beans. Well, thank you very much. But answer my question. Are you the one that I've shamelessly promoted? Because I think you sent me links on like 5 or 6 different videos and I went ahead and pushed them through because I hold my comments. A suite in Bangkok, old dog. Well, how's it going in Bangkok, man? Boy, it's hot in Bangkok. Dude, I was there. I walked out of the hotel and it was like a wall. It was just like walking into a wall. So humid. Whew. It's a crazy town. Yeah, in the cool of the night. It's really nice out here, guys. It's I don't know. It's just like not hot, not cold. It must be 70 degrees. We're up the mountain. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad I bring you happiness. Spain is nicer than what? I've been to Spain. Are you guys going to get a new grill now? What we're trying to do is, I left the old grill at the old place. I didn't feel like moving it, and I just kind of donated it to them. Um, I was gonna get a grill, but then this convection oven thing came up, and I found out that you can grill in this oven the same as pretty much grilling outside. I know it's not the same, but as far as convenience and expense and mess, um, and I don't want to smoke out my neighbors. It's a little different setup out here. So I would have to set the grill up on the front, which is fine. But you deal with the charcoal and the gasoline and the fan and everything, and that's fine. I'm used to that. But I just don't want to annoy the neighbors because we live right next door to each other. So I don't know. I'm just trying to be a good neighbor. What time is it? It is 10:32. See how my battery is doing. I didn't plug it boy in, so I don't have an outlet. Many of the people who are leaving presume that the place they're returning to will be a lot like it was when they left, but it ain't. Yeah, I think a lot of guys are leaving the Philippines. Well, I don't know. I want to tell you why they're leaving. They got their own reasons. But if I had to guess, I would just say that it's the mentality. Some of the decisions that get made, and you look at the logic, and there is no logic. So some people just can't roll with that. No, I do bug out of the Philippines when I can. That's kind of my drill. Is once a year I go somewhere. I take a vacation from my vacation. So I went to Indonesia the first year, and I went to Vietnam the second year. And this year I was going to go to Kuala Lumpur, but COVID stopped that. So as soon as I can get out of here, I'll go. And we're working on getting May a passport. So we're making progress with that. We got her a postal ID, and we opened her up a bank account, and then we linked a PayPal account to it. But that's having its challenges. And but we're moving forward, and I really want to get her a passport. And it is a hassle getting a girl out of the country the first time. So we're trying to figure out which is the easiest place to go. Most likely, the first trip I take out of the country will be alone. I won't take May. She won't be ready to go. Hey, nice for you to join us. Thank you, or join me. May's asleep. Yeah, I thought I'd do a nighttime deal just because I know people it's like morning there, and it might be a little more conducive to you guys. And again, I just like to try new stuff. I hope you can see me okay. I know it's a little grainy. Jenny in the bikinis. Yeah, her and May. I think May ruined her. Sorry, I'm back. Had to switch to my computer. Greetings from. Oh, well, hi. Welcome back, Mark. Oh, okay. Good evening to you, Kevin. No, can't go anywhere. Well, they won't let us go anywhere. I'd like to go back to 64. Yeah, thumbs up, everybody. Come on. Let's go. Let's rock. Get busy. Yeah, yeah. I got this whole theory about the COVID thing, but I'll just keep it to myself. I don't want to start a fist fight. We have thought, well, May doesn't have any plans. She wants to go to America. Um, she's a little naive. She doesn't understand the challenges involved in trying to get somebody into America. So I want to take May to wherever I go in the future. I don't think the next trip she's going to be able to make it. I don't think we're going to have our ducks in a row. But I want her to go to Kuala Lumpur with me. I'd like her to go to Saigon with me. And I'd like her to go to Thailand with me. But it's all going to, it's easier said than done. So, let's just say we can get her across. Now we've got to work the budget out. So I've never done Airbnb, but I'll probably do an Airbnb. And then I'm told that if you keep your eye on Skyscanner, which is one of those search engines for flights, that you can sometimes come up with like a $99 deal round trip thing. So that's what we would do. And I've also learned that I don't want to do any more connecting flights. So Like if I go from the Philippines to Vietnam, I'm just going to stay wherever it lands. So if it lands in Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon, that's where we'll stay. And no more trips to like Nha Trang or bouncing here and there. It's just too much aggravation. Excuse me. But same thing with Thailand. I'd fly right into Phuket. I would do a jumper flight from Thailand because I've done that before. Flying into Manila, very easy to get to Phuket. It leaves every hour. It's kind of like going to Vegas from LA. Okay, I did that one. I got a bee buzzing around me. Well, we were just talking about that, and you're right. Mark's channel is good. Yes, you're right. He was with Wackos, and he's kind of learning as he goes along, as we all do, that when you interview somebody, well, you just have to use discretion. And some guys will, I haven't had that issue. The people that I interview, that I'm interested in interviewing, are a completely different audience than what he's interested in interviewing. So I think it's good because that gives you guys more variety. In other words, what he's going to do is something I would never do, and vice versa. And that's good for you guys because it gives you something more to look at instead of just listening to what I have to say about something. Now you can go listen to Miss B, you can listen to Baby May, you can listen to Mark, and anybody else that's out there. Oh, is the car business good in Vegas? I hope so. Are you in the car business? Oh, it's people leaving Dubai. Okay. I thought you meant the Philippines. Why are they leaving Dubai? Are you talking about OFWs or natives? I'm from Texas. I'll be coming to Dumaguete in January with my OFW. Let's get coffee. That's a deal. I've been having coffee lately with guys because the COVID's been lifted. And guys that have watched the channel, we can now actually move and groove a little bit. So I've met up with like 2 or 3 people. And tomorrow, a guy named Sean is coming over with his girlfriend, and his girlfriend's got a little channel. So I'm going to do an interview and some shameless promotion of her channel. And then we're going to go get a bite to eat. And then I've met a new guy, David, who is stranded here. He's been living in China for the last 8 years. And he's got some real interesting perspectives on things. So I'm interested in talking with him. Yeah, I had a run-in with that guy. I don't know what I should say here. I'll just say I just not one of my favorite people. I'll just leave it at that. Well, good for you. How's things in Texas? Anything really bigger in Texas? UK easy for us being so reserved and good at queuing. Oh, okay. So everybody's well behaved. That's good. Hey, Michael. Let's see. From Belgium. No mosquitoes on your patio when will the borders open for international flights? There are mosquitoes, flies, and bees, but there are no ants. So I'm a happy camper. Flies, the bees, the mosquitoes, not really. And what I'm guessing is that the flies and the bees are kind of seasonal. In other words, it's a rainy season right now. So the larvae hatching, and they have a lifespan of about a week or a month or whatever. There's moths. So we're just dealing with that. It's no big deal. I'm just totally grateful that there's no ants running around. We got some spiders. He and his family are here during COVID-19. Who's he? What I miss? Good morning, Joseph. Is it true electronic stuff don't last in the humidity? I would say yes. Yeah, electronics are real sensitive. If I had it to do all over again, I would have brought about 3 computers with me. The UK is opening up now. Their death rate is declining, but some towns and cities have been locked down again, have blown again following a rise in cases. Yeah, I think that's kind of happening all over the world. I think there's some hot spots. So what they're doing is locking those spots down, but they're trying to let everybody else run amok because they need to make $1, and we need to get life back to normal and realize that this pandemic is nature doing its thing, and it's like a brush fire. It's gonna burn through, and it's gonna take some people with it, which is brutal, but it's the way things work. So I don't know. I think there's more people dying of loneliness and depression right now than of the disease. That's again just me. Yeah, that's a good question for Jenny. Let her answer that one, Ian. See you climb a tree. MECQ. Yeah, a lot of us are going in that direction. But I think it's still different in parts of cities and towns and barangays and all that. Well, that's a true fact too. Everything I bought from China has gone to hell. Hey, John, what's going on, buddy? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming along. Ging's another great. Yeah, Ging is a good climber. In fact, May climbed a tree in her latest video. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. I don't know if we posted that. Yeah, we did. May climbed a tree. Yeah, I did. I did. Yeah, this is like a one-time thing. For some weird reason, I fell back asleep today and I didn't wake up till 11. And so I'm just that tired. I thought, yeah, come out and talk to my friends. Oh, I've been to Florida once. I would say it's pretty similar, yeah. But there's a bigger heat factor here. Um, it's not exact, but it's pretty close. But I was only, like I said, I was only in Florida for 3 days. Well, how you doing there in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, man? Wonder what the weather's like there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's even real or not, but somebody's saying Philly in the Philippines, I think, did a deal on it. So maybe I'll check out his channel. I don't spend a lot of time watching other people's channels. You're right. Any day above ground is a good one. South Beach, Florida. How are you, John? How's the humidity out there, buddy? Oh, okay. All right. Well, you'd know. Yeah, like I said, I spent 3 days there, so I wasn't paying attention to the weather. I was doing other things. U.S. Embassy, Manila, Cebu City, under MECQ, Metro Manila, Georgia, be quarantined. Yeah, it fluctuates, it changes. And again, I just think it's hot spots that they lock down, they flip out on. How you doing, Mark? Nice to see you. Thanks for joining me. Hello. Here's Buddy. I know. I know. There's the real money right there. You guys only knew. I have not, George. No. I've been to Sikihor. I've been to Angeles City. I've been to Manila, Cebu, but never there. I was close to it, and where was I? Bacolod, I think I'm saying that right. And then it's just a boat or ferry ride across to Iloilo. We're talking about the same place. You might not go to the gym at maybe 7-year-old DJ. Show you how. Boy, wasn't she something, huh? Yeah, he's talking about the little Ian's referring to a video I did. I actually went over to do a video with a 19-year-old girl that works for my friend that owns a restaurant. And it was suggested that I talk to her because she's an orphan. And we all thought that would make for an interesting story. And she said she was willing to tell her story. And lo and behold, when I showed up with my little Vivo phone and my little tripod, there was three people lined up to do interviews. So I did interviews with all three of them, and never mentioned money. And Sir Ian here actually started the ball rolling because he donated some money to the ballet dancer, which was my 7-year-old interview. And then I interviewed a 19-year-old orphan. And then after that, the Karate Kid, I call him, he came over and he's deaf, but he does karate. And so what it was like a Jerry Lewis telethon or something. The next thing I know, my PayPal's blowing up. I'm trying to keep track of all this goofy money, and I'm taking pictures of all the donations. And then people were sending donations, but they weren't designating as to who they wanted to get the money. So I'm sending them emails. And I said, all I did was I just went over to do one interview, but it was very satisfying and gratifying because three people that actually really, really could have used the money got some. And so May and I went over and we gave everybody about $600 each. So you guys did good. I live in Valencia, which is just outside of Dumaguete on the island of Negros Oriental. Yeah, yeah, it's my next door neighbor, Mark. He did an interview with me back in the day, and we talked about him working online. And so that was the gist of his interview back then. And since then, a lot of stuff changed in his life. Back then, he didn't have a girlfriend. He was kind of cracked a little bit. He was working online. He was kind of going through that orientation phase back then. And now he's settled in. He's got a girlfriend. He still works online. He's really happy. And he started a little YouTube channel. And so I just went over and did a second interview with him, and we'll see how that comes out. But we promoted him a little bit on the old dog channel, and he picked up some subscribers. So hang in there with him. You know, the only thing that I can advise anybody to do, and I don't give advice, but my friend Gary advised that if you want to know about flights, keep an eye on the airlines or a travel agency, as opposed to listening to the government or as opposed to listening to Facebook news or the evening news or anything else. Just take it from the horse's mouth. So you can go on Orbitz or Skyscanner or cheapflights.com and just look and see if there's a flight coming into wherever it is you want to go. That would answer the question. None at all. Zero. Zero. If you're talking about the locals, you're right. May, the biggest criminal. Well, that's a big bone of contention is why is the bedroom, why is the bed where it is? And I'll cover all that when I finally get off my ass and do a video about it. I've been needing, actually, I've just been lazy. And so, and I can't have May hold the camera because she doesn't know what I want her to do. I just can't, and she gets nervous. And so it's this whole thing. So anyway, I've got to bother one of my friends to come over and hold the camera because when I go like this, I want them to take the camera and go like that. And I don't do well with selfie mode and trying to talk and show stuff. It's just, it's not the same. Oh, you can do it either way you want. We don't do this for the money, pal. We do it, but appreciate you, John. You're right. If you do PayPal, they take a small amount, and Google does take 30% of any super chats or super stickers or whatever you want to call it. But we come out here for fun. And if someone wants to throw us some coffee money, that's awesome. If they don't, that's cool too. But I appreciate you, John. In the last year, who was my favorite interview? Well, I've never been asked that question. I would have to think about that. I have so many favorites. Well, yeah, it's been a year, hasn't it? So I guess my all-time favorite interview, who is it? Let me think about that. I actually haven't given that any thought. You know, what first comes to mind is my friend Buzz, and 'cause he's just so funny. And we did an interview called "My Girlfriend Was a Psycho," or something like that. And then we did another interview, which I can't remember the title of it, but he always comes to mind. I really want to sit him down again and get with him again. He's just funny. Of course, Ian was wonderful, and of course, Jenny was delightful. But as far as a favorite interview, I kind of have, I kind of have I don't know how to put it. I have videos that I like for certain things, and they all have their own little flavor. I think you'll agree. We get a big variety on the channel. You never kind of know what's going to happen next because I don't know what's going to happen next. And I like to talk to everyday people. So you find out the craziest stuff. Put a light behind the camera. Yeah, I still got to buy one of those. It's on my to-do list, the oven. Yeah, so the gist of this is that humidity is outweighed by the good stuff, and I have to agree with you. And actually, up here it's not that humid. I'm up the mountain more, and we got rock and roll air conditioner, and we're having a brownout, an all-day fun day brownout on Sunday. And I just found out that I knew we have a generator here, so I can actually stay home during this brownout. And I haven't been in the pool yet, and neither is May. So I'll probably try out the pool this Sunday. Maybe I'll do the apartment tour on Sunday. That might be good. So I don't need light during the day. And what else? Oh, the fans are supposed to be working and the TV is supposed to be working. So I'm gold. I'm golden. And we'll take a little trip down to Tom Tom's. Hey, I appreciate you, Kyle. Thank you. Let's see how I'm doing on comments here. MJ from British Columbia, Canada. I love Canada. I love fishing in Canada. I have great memories. What time is it? It's almost 11 o'clock. Good Lord. It's you. Okay, well, rock on. You know, I have to confess I haven't watched your channel. I'm promoting your channel, but I've never watched it. But I will. I don't like watching other channels. Look at this thing flying. I don't know why. I'm afraid it'll pollute me. You popped my cherry the last time I ever participated. Gary, I don't know how to take that. How's Louisville, Kentucky doing? Thank you for joining us. Hey, man. Oh, Tijuana, Mexico. I used to go there when I was 18 years old. I act like a fool. And now I came to the Philippines to act like a fool. Oh, your first live chat. Ooh, Gary. Well, make sure you drink lots of hydrate. Let's see, John. Let's see. How much when I have homes and yeah, I've never been there. Baguio. That was going to be my destination because I heard the weather was so good. Invite the neighbors. Yeah, maybe next time. In fact, I want to do that. You know what I got planned is I'm going to get like 3 or 4 guys around the table, and I'm going to shoot a video. I just got to get it staged. I got to get the guys together, and we'll just sit around. We'll drink coffee, or they can have a beer or whatever, and we'll just sort of shoot the breeze. And I can either do that live, which I think would be fun, but I think I'll do a video of it first to see how that plays. In your opinion, what can I bring in my suitcase that I could resell and make a small profit? A computer, laptop. I just tuned in. How are the Jarrett's motorcycle gang doing? We're doing good, man. I just bottomed out on a rock. May fell off the bike, but other than that, we're cool. That was coming home from the store today. Tijuana, Mexico. When was the last time you were in Vegas? Well, 3 years ago, when I left. When I ran out of my responsibilities. How much is a motorcycle? My motorcycle was $1,600. Good morning, Chicago. How are you? Returning home as an expat is much farther than leaving home. Will be very different because you have changed. Well, if I went home, it would be for a visit. And yeah, I've changed a lot. Well, how are you? Paul, why does that sound so familiar? Anyway, how can you take a vacation when you're retired? It's easy. You get on a plane and you go on vacation. Easiest way to go the first time. Oh, that's good information. And I think you're right. Now that you said that, now that you said that, I know a couple of girls here that are my buddies, and they have been to Hong Kong. I think that's the key. Thank you very much. Yeah, I was in that airport. I didn't like Bali at all. It was brutal. What's up, Paul? How you doing, man? Yeah, 12 to 1,500 for a new scooter. Yeah, yeah. I think I paid 1,600 for mine. I think it's get the same thing today. It went up to about 2 grand. I should talk to you guys about inflation. That's been bad out here. My Filipino. Well, biker, you need to come out here and get her, huh? That's got to be a tough deal when you're locked down. But I know guys that like are locked down here and need to get there. And one guy that I just met, he's got his business, his equipment, his stuff. He came out here for to get away for a couple of weeks, and he's been here 3 months now. And little money crunch, having a tough time because he works. He has a business, and he hasn't been working, so he hasn't been earning. So he's. Thank you very much, Mark. That's very kind of you. We appreciate that. I don't think so either. For what it's worth, I just think next year is going to be the magical time. I think I'm running out of battery. Let's see, just use Bangor as a reference point and keep heading north. My girlfriend was getting too nervous about going too far. Gas station's hard to find, so I turned back. Yeah, that is a consideration. Whenever you go anywhere, you got to think about the return trip. I didn't plug my computer in. Let me check the battery. You guys want me to stay on? I'll stay on. I'll go get the cord, or if not, I'll just sign off. Let's see. Good evening, Paul. I'm a little surprised because you're up this hour, and I'll get used to it. Go to America for what America is dying a slow, painful death. People are leaving, and you want to go here, come here, and then if the Sleepy Joe wins, America is finished. It will be the purge. Wait and see. Okay. Yeah, I have. Yeah. Yeah. In fact, the guy that I'm going to be talking to has got a whole new spin on all of this stuff. Facial recognition, what the future is going to bring, automation, um, currencies, real big world vision guy. And his belief system is different from mine, which is why I really want to talk to him. It's boring if you talk to people who just think the same as you. There you go. I think I saw that. Thank you. I did see that. Yeah. Are you trying to ship it over here? Is that the guy? Are you the same guy as the guy trying to ship it? I call from Long Island. You're an old dog. That's why you like. Yeah, you're right. To me, simple is good. And all the bullshit, pardon my French, sitting around for 6 hours to take a 1 hour flight just goes contrary to everything I believe. I have a memory of being about 10 or 11 years old, going with my dad. I think we flew from the San Fernando Valley and we went up to Reno for some reason. I think he had some business to take care of. And we walked into a ticket counter and we bought tickets. And it was with TWA. And we walked outside and we got on the plane. And then everybody else did the same thing and off we went. And now it's this whole scan, look, inspect, take off your shoes, take off your belt. You know, traveling's just not fun. It used to be fun, but it's just an ordeal. All right. Finally got to say hello and catch a light. Well, I'm glad you did, John. That's kind of why I'm here. You guys want me to stay on for a while? I will, but I'm going to have to get my, what do you call it? My battery, my cord. I didn't plug in my computer. How did you find your new place? Actually, by mistake, my next door neighbor, Mark, who has a YouTube channel, he called me up a couple months ago and said that he was going to go look at an apartment that I want to go with him. I said, sure, anything to get out of the house. So we came up and baby came with us. And we looked around and I said, wow, this is really nice. And so I gave it the 24 hours and came back with a deposit the next day, and so did Mark. And now we're neighbors. That was about 2 months ago that we came out and looked. How are you, James? Nice to see you. Yeah, I was wondering about real estate. I don't know. Are they going to be? I had a conversation. Again, I disagreed with the guy. He was saying that there was going to be all these foreclosed homes, homeless people, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I know that they're doing like forbearance on them. I don't. I think there's going to be some kind of loan forgiveness or payment forgiveness by the government, but who knows? Yeah, we are. We're doing good, Bob. May's had a headache for the last 3 days, so she's been kind of laying low. Daly City, yeah, sister city to Dumageddon. There you go. Wow. See, I'm so I feel bad for you. I'm glad I'm not in Cebu because Cebu, you're pretty much in the condo if that's what you're living in, and very little movement allowed. Hey, let's see what do we got here from Louisiana. Okay, hot as hell. A regular traveler from Fancy Island in Thailand is shut off. It'll be barge travel for a long while. You lucky I am. All right, there goes my battery. So hang on. I'll be back. And we're back. All right, thanks for hanging in there, guys. Let's go get my battery charger. Ooh. Let's see, the United Arab partnered with Chinese friend again. I think I'll skip. Bulgaria. Wow. I think you're my only guy in Bulgaria, Tom. So welcome. Thanks for coming on. Yeah. The masks. Yeah, we do. We're you know what? But I was not allowed into a place called San Revolve. Renee and I went down to Robert Robinson's Mall. Uh, we had some business to do at her bank. We were partnering around with that, and I said, let's just eat here, instead of going home, and we'll go down to Dumageddon and do this and that and the other while we're out. So we went to a place called Sans Revolve, which is kind of like a pastry place, but they have pasta. And they asked for my ID, and they said, no, you can't come in, you're too old. So the COVID doesn't get me starvation. Well, I'm making sure. Those are the guys, kind of logic that sends guys away from the Philippines. Can you get coffee beans or ground from Vietnam or Indonesia? Yeah. I don't know about getting stuff from Japan. When I buy stuff, I just buy it from a place called Shopee, and most of the stuff originates from China. But you can find, or I have found, brands that work good. I can consult with people that have bought it before. My neighbor just bought a computer off of Amazon, and it was news to me because I didn't think Amazon was affordable because of shipping. But I think he ended up getting a $600 computer here for about $300. So what else? The coffee bean. Vietnam or Indonesia. No, I got coffee today. They were beans. I had them ground at the store, but they're not from Vietnam or Indonesia. There may be a place that I don't know about where you can get, imported type coffee like that. Hey, thanks, Clint. Thanks for coming in. Caramel mink is the best. Well, there you are finally. Yeah, my buddy Ron. How are you, man? We finally got together here, huh? Good evening, Paul. How are you, buddy? Talking about ants. I got into fire ants here at work yesterday and got stung 3 times. It rained here in Virginia, and they are bad. Boy, they are brutal. Nothing worse than an ant bite. The red ones are brutal. They hurt for days. They're real. Brownouts, I think, happen here in Negros a lot more frequently than, say, Cebu or Manila. I can't speak for other islands, but I know on Siquijor, which is an island about an hour away from me, that they have a rolling brownout every day because they screwed up the electrical grid over there completely. They did it ass backwards. And so every day there's a section of Siquijor that is in a brownout mode for like 4 hours while they jack around with it or conserve. I don't know what it is. I'd like to hang out with Baby Mason Day. She's a nice person and a sweet lady, and she will get you into a bikini within 15 minutes. It's just the way she operates. Yeah, but she'd love to meet you. That'd be great. Are you here? I don't even know where you are. Are you on my island? I'll check out your channel. I have not. I don't think about travel a whole lot. When I think about travel, I think about leaving the country. There's a couple of islands that I'd like to go see Bohol because it's close, and I heard that it's got a nice road, so I'd like to tour around the island with baby, because if the road's nice, that makes all the difference in the world. May wants to go to Palawan, which is like the Beverly Hills of the Philippines. So we'll check that out, and we can do some And let's see if we can afford it. Who knows? Good morning, Dennis. Thanks for joining, man. No, I haven't. You're right. I just said that. I'd like to go there. I'd like to drive around. I would love to vlog from those places and just kind of give you guys a little tour. There's other guys that do better jobs with travel stuff. Um, my I don't know what my strong suit is if I even have one, but I'm just comfortable with this kind of setting where I'm talking and or interviewing somebody. So all the action stuff just really isn't my thing. And it's not that I don't want to do it, it's just that it's already been done. And so if I was to go to, like I went to Sikihor with Ian and we talked about everything but Sikihor. But we did a vlog from there together. My life's reference just went from London to Manila and on to well, that is surprising. My understanding is they would have to be like an OFW that's got a reason to come here, or married to somebody, have a connection here that you can prove. There's no tourist, from what I understand, being allowed in. So how do you know if she's the one? That's I don't know. I don't know. It's a good question. Maybe someone else can answer it because I don't have the answer to that. But I think you know when she's the one when you stop looking at the others. Good evening, Paul. Thanks for the company while I try to dry some carpet. What did I do the other day? Yeah, I've done that a number of times. Thanks for the chat, Rob. I appreciate that. Okay. May got pissed off at me because I knocked over some flowers and water went everywhere. She was trying to make a video and then she had to cancel the video. So she was all crapped out this morning. She's fine now. Yeah, Jira, she is funny. Jira is funny. Yeah, you're right. Like I say, each one of the videos, there's I don't think there's a video I've done that I didn't like for one reason or another. And I've never not uploaded a video that I've done. I've never done that. I've taken 2 videos down per request from women that have been on the channel and no longer want to be on it. So you can take that for what it's worth. Hello, Edith. How are you? Where are you from, Edith? Let's see. Most flights will book you. They'll take the gamble. Yeah. If the country is flooded, the time can rebook for free. It's open, but in quarantine, you won't have to pay for rebooking costs. Yeah, the advice I got from my friend Gary was to buy a refundable ticket. In other words, pay a premium and get all the kind of coverage on it so that whatever money you do spend, you don't lose. But I still think his idea of just looking at the airlines is the best barometer, if you will, as to what flights are going to be coming here or anywhere. So Edith Vlogs, are we shamelessly promoting you tonight? Everybody check out Edith Vlogs. I don't know who you are, but you're welcome to shamelessly promote yourself. Let's see. I enjoy interviews with expats, hearing their stories. Yeah, I like those too. I like those a lot. And, these guys I sit down with, some of them I've only known for 15 minutes. And I never do any preparation, really. You can ask Ian, he did a vlog with me. And you can ask Jenny, she did a vlog with me. So we just kind of sit down and see what happens. And I find that to be the best. Let's see, Michael. Hi, Paul. Thanks for helping me get through tough times. Your experience has been quite helpful. Well, that's good, Michael. Peace to you too, brother. Sometimes when we share our failures, we have no idea how much we're when you share your failures, the side effect sometimes is that someone no longer feels alone in theirs. That makes any sense. Baguio is awesome. Humid here in Angeles. Okay. Well, I think Baguio is nice and cool, but I heard it's very up and down as far as walking, and the traffic's really congested. And there's some kind of lure once a year, I think, for their festival or whatever. That it's kind of like the crown jewel of the Philippines that the locals want to go there. Say we've been to Baguio. Maybe you can interview Jenny again. Oh yeah, she's confident about going now before she's kind of shy. Yeah, Jenny's ready. She's ready for another interview. Okay, cool. I'll have to check her out. Thank you. Watch me, dude. I watch you. Does that mean? Hi, Jason. Yeah, we're doing our comments. A Filipino perspective channel is awesome. Oh, okay. If you're not watching, you should be. Okay. I'll check her out. Again, I just don't watch that many videos. I don't know why. Hi, Paul. It's been a while since I logged into your channel. We just got my stepson married off to a wonderful Filipino. Great. Mother told him not to marry an hungry white girl, and he listened. Whether there's truth in there, there's not one statement there I don't agree with. I mean, don't disagree with. That's absolutely 100% correct. Honorary white women who tell you stories. Hey, Patrick, how are you? King? Yeah, the Tonight Show. I'm going to be with King, what is it, Saturday at 10? Yeah, Saturday morning at 10. So today's what, Thursday? So day after tomorrow, you guys tune into the King Lee Way, and I'll be able to bore you there instead of here. Maybe you can interview Jenny when she comes back. Well, she's more confident. She understands she's kind of said, oh, I did the same thing twice here. Sorry. Jenny will be on my show. I know she will. She got back from work here in the UK. Well, I hope work went okay, Patrick. That's good that you're working. Indiana, see, we're approved visas for my beautiful girlfriend in the Philippines, but it's at a standstill still at this point. Future plans to stay there after retirement, first time live. Well, welcome on, Jeff. And yeah, we're all waiting for things to open up, though. Hi from Orlando. I was in Orlando. That's where I went. I won a contest and I got a trip to Orlando. That's a story. Every day is a vacation when you are retired. That's true. I always say the best thing about being retired is I don't have to show up. Hello from Oregon. Hey, I have a kid out in Oregon. Where is he? Bend. Bend, Oregon. Always wanted to go to Oregon. I always thought it would be pretty country. Never made it. I also have a grandson in Oregon. I need to get out there. Let's see, September 13th, flight looking hopeless at the moment. Issue RH Coffee Channel. Oh, okay, we got a shout out there. By all means, thank you for the chat, man. I wish I could speak Thai language. Oh, inflation. I was going to tell you about it. Forgot about it. Thanks for saying something. When I first got here 3 years ago, I'm not a big drinker, but I would go have a beer now and then, and a beer was 35 pesos. And I smoke, and a pack of cigarettes was $1. And so now I went to go have a beer, and it was 75 pesos, and a pack of cigarettes is $2. So I don't know if it's just vice money, but I was talking to a business owner, and he was talking because he's buying differently than I do. He's buying lots, whatnot. And so he has to micromanage that so he can know how to price his food, etc., for the menu. And at the end of the day, everywhere that we're going, I don't know what the exact price of rice or Brussels sprouts or anything else is, but I see that the menus are changing and they're going up and up and up, especially at the foreigner places. So we were trying to figure out, if inflation is going wacko here, it's okay for me because May and I can just cut back on some of the silliness, and I can get by here on $1,500 a month, or I can get by here on $1,000 a month if my back's against the wall, or even less. Um, but the average guy or couple person, I'm talking about a Filipino that makes 8,000 pesos to 12,000 pesos a month, they're not getting raises. And but the price of gas has gone up. The price of rice has gone up. Again, beer, believe it or not, beer is a big seller out here with the locals. Not so much the cigarettes. For the men, most of the men drink. I don't see a lot of women drinking. But those little vices have been taxed to death. And then just the price of other stuff is going up. And I don't know what the result's going to be. And then with the COVID, there's going to be a baby boom. So with all these couples coming through with newborn babies in 9 months or whatever it's been, because everybody's been locked up. So the result is going to be a baby boom across the planet. I don't know, man. It's weird times. Stay on, okay. We'll stay on for a little while. But it's 11:30. All right, from the Netherlands. What's going on, man? Just bought a flight to Manila for end of January. Okay. Oh, this is very frustrating. Yeah, I agree. I agree with your entire statement. I really do. I really do. They don't speak Thai in the Philippines. That's a fact. Well, all right. There's a lot of periods in that. So if you want to see me stutter, I'll read it out loud. But I think that we should get together for a cup of coffee, man. I don't know about guidelines. One United States dollar equals 49. Yeah, my dollar's got a lot less buying power now. Not a lot less, but less. And when I got here, it was at 46 or 47 exchange rate. And when it got to 50, I was just ecstatic. And then at one point, it got to like 54. And of course, the gurus that know everything about finance, all the professionals that you see on TV and everything, they were just letting us know that it was going straight to 60. And that never happened. And, those guys on TV, I don't even know why they put them on there. They never know what they're talking about. I don't know why I listen to them. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you've got the friend or something. I think you've got we were chatting and you've got a congressman or a governor or something like that because trying to ship a car over here, from what I understand, is just cost prohibitive. The taxes and the tariffs and the duty and whatever else they want to throw at you just makes it so that you can't. But I don't know if you're shipping it in pieces, might make a difference because I know you showed me parts of the vehicle, and it's a nice vehicle, 62. Um, but yeah, it's better to know people than follow the rules. No, I'm not. I believe that's Mindanao country, and I'm not. See, all these names, they sound so similar because there's so many little barangays, little provinces that are spelled similar. So Zamboanga is southern Mindanao, and I've been there. My first girlfriend was from there, and I went there to go visit her. Um, that's another story. Oh, Paul, I've been a little while since I managed to make it 100 days today. And that time I managed to make it 600 days today. I don't know what that means, Daniel. 600 days? Good night, John. Well, there's still 200 people here, so I'll hang out for a while. 3 hour pre-check now on international flight. Okay, cool. Is that inside of England or outside? International flights or domestic? Yes. Forgiveness of debt. That I don't, I gotta figure that there's not gonna be the big foreclosure thing like there was in '08 that I went through, because that was a totally different animal. That was from financial institutions making really poor judgments, along with the rest of us listening to them. So this is brought on by something that's, impacted international. There's nobody really at fault here. In fact, people were told they can't go to work. So, but banks are banks, banks are like, no, I want my money. So I don't know which way it's going to go. It depends, I think, if the government steps in and tells the banks, um, you're going to have to forgive them, or there's going to have to be a program or whatever, more stimulus that pays that. But then what about the individual landlord? Like, what if I'm renting to you? Are they going to help me? Wait and see. Well, hello there, Thailand. I love Thailand. I love the food there. Intermission, yeah. That's what I went to get the plug. All right, so we'll hang in there for about another 15 minutes. I'll see if I can blow through all these, and then I'll just check you guys out later. Let's see, I called yesterday about my stimulus check and was told that 35 million. Well, that's kind of good news. What I did, John, was I went to the IRS website, and I got tired of waiting too. And I filled out the non-filer form and just gave them all the information they already had on me. And 2 weeks later, I got my check. And I don't even know if they're connected. I may have just gotten the check because I was supposed to. I don't know if the non-filer thing helped or not, but it was proactive, so I did it. Okay, so PetStar, this is information about your vehicle. You're right about all of this, but I think PetStar has got some kind of, we chatted for a little bit. I think he's got a connection in the Philippines. He might be able to, like, be a fixer type of thing. Hey, George, how are you, man? Yeah, okay. Everybody's waiting. Do I know anybody that died from COVID? No, I don't. Do I? No. I've just heard the stories of people dying, but I don't know anybody personally that died from COVID. Okay. How much is your monthly rent? You have a 3 6 month lease for the handshake. Well, my monthly rent is, was it? It's 18,000 pesos. That's 360 USD. And I'm on a month to month. I'm not on a lease. This guy that rents to me does not want a lease. He doesn't want me on long term or anybody else. I really like this guy because if I sign a 6 month lease, that means I've got 6 months here, right? Well, if he determines after 1 month that he doesn't like me, he wants to reserve the right to kick my ass out. And I like that. He's very particular about who lives here in his property. And right now the rent is 360 because it is dollars, because there's still construction going on and they haven't completed everything. So we're still kind of in the building mode. And there's the nicky-nacky things that we're finding wrong in all the apartments. And he loves it. We just bring it to his attention. He sends somebody over and they fix it. And then once it's all completed, the rent is going to bump up to 20,000. And when I do my little walk around tour, I think that's what I like the place. And I think you'll understand why I got the bed where I've got the bed. Yeah, huh? I did close the door. It's hard to wake up, baby, man, anyway, once you're asleep. Me been running a half marathon since January. I'm still alive. Yeah. Here's my buddy Jenny. What's she saying? We all miss traveling. Even locals cannot travel. Borders, ferries, gestures. Yeah. Um, I got such a strong opinion about this whole thing, but I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. I want to get into it. I'll do an entire video maybe one day about what I think. Hi, Luck. How are you? I remember you. What's up, biker? I'm good. How are you doing, dear? I'm just having some fun tonight because I slept in today. So Ben Truth wants to know if anybody knows of anybody that died. Well, bring me some. Miss Fee, Diary, I forgot about extending invitation for you to come and stay at Airbnb in the city. Yeah, go out there, Jenny. Yeah, I got bees, but they're not really dangerous. I've never been stung by a bee before until the other night, and nothing really happened. Stung me on the toe, all things. Brownouts are rare and don't last long. We have more in the hall than here. Yeah, I don't know what the dealio is. Negros and out here where I live, they must have just really jacked up the grid, or maybe there's just so many people living here. I don't know. But the brownout will not affect me too badly because we have the place here has a backup generator, and I was just told that and I knew the fans would work, but now I'm being told that the internet and the TV should work also. So we'll see what happens. But if that's the case, if the fans, I know the fans are going to work. So my plan was to hang out here during the brownout, and I've never been to the pool. So I figured me and Meg could go swimming for the first time and check that out. And um, if the fans are going, we can use the internet, and we can probably just drive down to Valencia and pick up some local type of food. They're outside barbecuing and all that. So I figured that would be the way to go. And the brownout is supposed to last from 6 in the morning until 5 o'clock at night. And usually they end about 4 o'clock. So we can kill it. We can kill it till we can kill time here till about noon. And then I figure we'll bug out, we'll get something to eat, and then we can always drive down to the boulevard and kill an hour in an air conditioned coffee shop that has a generator and come back home and brownout's over. I actually, if the scheduled brownouts, like the 8 hour deal that's going to happen Sunday, I'm okay with those because we're forewarned and then we're forearmed. It's the ones that just happen. Like if right now everything went dark on me, it would irritate the hell out of me. That's what I can stand. The one, and they last for like 15 minutes, but all your work is done. I haven't yet, Phil. Thanks for your question. I was just talking about that. I've been really lazy, and I do need somebody to follow me around with a camera. And May's not the best candidate. Poor baby May. Hey Paul, how you doing? Everything's going good, man. It's starting to lighten up here in Dumagetti as far as the quarantine deal, and so we're enjoying our freedom. And And um, just some of the new rules that I'm hearing about coming up. I'm just gonna hold my tongue on it, but we'll see what happens. But everything's cool, man. Thank you. Well, thank you very much, Philip. I appreciate that. We do what we can do here. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that word means. Almost. But it's nice. It's nice. We went to Palo. I'm walking on the beach. Beautiful beach, babe. Massage tent. $4 for an hour. We said yes. She's like, what? Old girl with no teeth. I got news for you. Those old girls with no teeth are sometimes better than the young ones. But that's another video. Let's see. I'm not in Dumageddon. I am from the. Okay. Yeah. When you get a chance, come out here. Miss V's Diary, Jenny, she did that. I think she just stayed like at a boarding house, and so it wasn't that expensive. And from where you're at, it would be a fairly short ride over here. And I think you'd really like it. We can do an interview together, one-on-one. So I will check out your channel. I have no idea what that says, but we appreciate the comment. Yeah, thanks for joining in, man. Thanks for jumping on. I know it's a little dark out here, but I just thought last minute. I just thought, hey, let me try the computer. So I did an interview on my friend's balcony, and it came out, as far as the light and everything, it was a lot better than when I tried to do it in the daytime. So I could probably position this better if I give it some thought. But you know me, I just threw the computer up and said, let's see what happens. Hey, Edith Vlogs, how are you? I bet Edith does vlogs too. Oh, really? So you were probably out, what, around Kansas City? I often wonder, I hear guys live here. I don't know, were you on a vacation, Joseph? Or did you come out here to live like I did and had to go home? I'm always kind of curious about those stories. All right, so we got some conversation going on here. All right, guys, I'm going to give it about 10 more minutes, and then I'm going to bail. Yeah, Bahal is nice. I haven't been there. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I know the guy's got a generator. Will the pool pump work? Probably not. I say that a lot. Boy, you got that right, Brian. I know. Hail the chicken. There you go, Gizmo. There you go, buddy. Just for you. My friend Gizmo loves the chicken. All right, I'm going to do a few more and then I'm going to bail out of here. Here, having fun with the chicken. Okay, yeah. Well, I do know, but that's going to have to come up in a future podcast. I do have the answer though, but maybe I should take a vote. I don't know. All right, kids. It looks like that's about it. Um, it's almost midnight. God knows I've never been up this late. Butch and Lucy, how are you? All right, kids. I'm going to sign off. Thank you all very much for joining me. I appreciate your time, your patience, your energy, and we'll do some more of the spontaneous kind of knucklehead stuff. Why not? I usually do a podcast or live cast rather on Sunday, but we're having a brownout, so I won't be able to. And so, anyway, I thought I'd fire up. But on Saturday morning at 10 a.m., I will be on a guest on the Kingly Way. So if you guys know the Kingly Way, I'll be there on 10 o'clock so I can borrow for all of you from his channel instead of mine. All right, so I'm going to say goodnight. God bless all of you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining, and I will see you next time.